इस वक्त डच मलिका मैक्सिमा तकरीब से खिताब कर रही हैं।
It also helps to empower women and increase income and, above all, productivity for the economy. So this is beneficial for individuals, families, communities, and for all of Pakistan. What is the situation today? Today, only 21% of adults in Pakistan have access to formal financial services, either through a traditional bank or branches banking, according to the latest FINDEX. This is an increase. In 2014, we had 13%, but we need to do a lot more. Also, if you look a little bit more in the figures, we see that the gender gap is also increased. Today, 35% of men have a bank account, while only 7% of women have a bank account. So clearly, we need to give more attention to this issue. Also, the poorest, 40% of the poorest actually only have 15% of them actually have a bank account. So we clearly have to give a little attention to this issue, and that's why the Ehsaas is very important. But more than a strategy, we need to now implement. And this is really very important. We are now all aware that technology holds really the strongest promise to make financial inclusion a reality. It will allow us to do this cheaper, faster, and above all, more customer-centric. Technology is putting customer needs at the center. And this would not only grow access of somebody having a bank account, but above all, it would actually increase the usage of the system. Today, we have a lot of people that do have a bank account or have a branches bank account, but don't really use it because it's not really catered to their needs. So this would be a very important issue, to be customer-centric. And this would be sometimes bank-led, and sometimes by new entrants coming from the e-commerce and sometimes from service delivery systems. So the diversity of the type of financial institutions will be key going forward. Now, to make this all a reality, we need connectivity across the board in the whole country. We need smartphones, not just feature phones. We sometimes, long time ago, we would actually see that smartphone was a luxury item for a woman that is far away and sometimes cannot leave a house and has to sell products. Having a smartphone is not a luxury. It's like a link to the world. We need interoperability, not only among the mobile phone operators, but between the different payment systems. We need a retail payment system that is affordable to all players. We need affordable KYC and clear KYC processes. And of course, we need good regulation for financial technology, so giving these new innovations the possibility to enter the market and actually give us fantastic products that we can actually build upon. And in the case of women, we need to work even further on the issues of connectivity, given that they have less connectivity. Today, 33% of women have a mobile phone compared to 73% of men. And 45% of women who do not own a mobile phone reported that they were not permitted to own one by family members. So if we want to include women in the financial system, we really have to connect them. So for women, it's not only financial inclusion, it's also digital inclusion. Having said all of this, today we can celebrate. I am delighted to join the launch of the Ehsaas Financial Inclusion Strategy. This strategy aims to ensure that the vital poverty alleviation support that the Benazir Income Support Program brings to over 6 million women also supports their own financial inclusion. Starting in 2020, all the beneficiaries will receive a regular bank account on which they can transact. As a tagline for this approach, and you also mentioned, is one woman, one bank account. I think it's formidable. It is also pleasing to see an overall financial inclusion strategy for Ehsaas. The goals that you just mentioned of prioritizing banking of informal workers, accelerating access to credit, and creating digital platforms to support access to nano loans are all extremely important. Let me congratulate Dr. Nishta on all her efforts. And when she mentions 10 months of procurement, I really know how hard it is to get the details. I mean, sometimes we speak about these big programs, but getting the details is really extremely important to get them right. But I do hope that she's aware that this is just the beginning. We have many more women to go. So we need to get creative, and we need to listen to women's needs, and we have to work together. And lastly, I'd like to thank the Prime Minister, who is here today, for showing his support for financial inclusion as a key priority for driving Pakistan's economic and social development. I think your leadership, Mr. Prime Minister, will be key in coordinating, implementing all of these efforts, but also incentivizing and pushing your different departments and the private sector not to forget to actually make this a reality to all Pakistanis and all the enterprises that you have in your country. My partners, the World Bank, Gates Foundation, IMF, and many others are here ready, and the UN system, of course, prepared and ready to help you and support you in this very exciting road that we hope that will not take too long. I thank you very much, and I commend you for your efforts.
मैक्सिमा इस्लामाबाद में तकरीब से खिताब कर रही थी। इस मौके पर उनका ये कहना था कि सिनफी फ़र्क को ख़त्म करने की ज़रूरत है और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ख़वातीन को मुआशी एक्टिविटी का हिस्सा बनाना चाहिए।